Hello everybody, hello ladies. Obviously I'm just popping in here just to talk about a really important topic, and that is why do we fall off the wagon? There is a couple of you that are really struggling at this moment. So if this is you, I just want to reassure you and to tell you that this is the completely normal part of the process. That is also a reason why do you fall off the track, and I just really want to kind of go much deeper into that. So if this is you, watch this video, comment below and let me know kind of what is that exactly that it's kind of triggering you to do it. But obviously I'm going to be talking now about that. But if you obviously have any specific questions, or if you're having any specific experiences, oh look, my bin over there, do let me know, because it's really important to share your experience, because you can actually show others that they're not alone in their own struggle. And also when you share, you get much more support from others and people who experience it, and to share their personal experiences. So all I want to tell you that that is just a completely normal, and I feel like in life there is no clear path. There's no straight line where we're kind of like all walking and we're getting everything that we want. So it is getting kind of like really overwhelming, kind of when it's something that we do and we don't want to do. We feel disappointed and disheartened. But let's have a look. So today's topic is why do we fall off the wagon? So I just kind of really oh no, what did I do here? Oops, I don't even know. Have I got it there? I don't even know if I'm sharing something. What am I sharing now? Okay, 1 second. I just got a little bit. Okay, so hopefully you can see it now. So this is basically kind of what happens just in our normal journey. It's we put our effort in, we are expecting everything to go as smooth as possible, but then we fall over, we stumble down, and we feel like we've completely messed up. We don't have a choice, we are down and we're feeling defeated. But what is your initial response? What kind of comes in you when you see this picture? Someone has fallen off the skis. What do you think this person should do next? This person needs to kind of spend time and, obviously, like if the person is really injured. But let's say if she's okay, hasn't broken any legs, and it basically, what does she need to do? Our initial response is she just needs to get up. Obviously, this is kind of where the pride, and it's quite embarrassing. She fell over. She kind of feel disappointed because she thought she's good at skiing. But this is something that it's so internal, and then your emotions, obviously nobody can see, but that if you have put so much effort into your, let's say, the weight loss journey, and you haven't seen the results that you wanted, you are going to be defeated. But also there can be many other reasons that actually can set you off to feel like you've actually fallen off the wagon. So okay, so let's talk about that. So we have here kind of, I really want to every single one of you who come and work with me, I really want you to pay attention on these things. And that is, why do we have why do we behave in the way we do, and why is that not serving us? So obviously when it comes to eating, the issue is kind of what we connect with our behavior, what that behavior means to us. So so these are basically the triggers that I kind of like just to quickly separated them. But basically the first thing kind of when we feel like we've fallen off the wagon is that means that we have unmet expectations. So maybe like we're not seeing results, we're feeling disheartened, and then automatically when we feel disappointed, we go back to old habits, and also we feel kind of like really sorry for ourselves. I have done that for years, and I completely understand this feeling. So this can be one of the things that triggered your behavior. Second thing, it can be unmet needs. So maybe you don't feel connected with people around you, maybe you don't feel appreciated, loved, acknowledged. So anything kind of from all those kind of feelings, that can be one of the reasons. It can be something that you got triggered by. Maybe you've seen something on social media, maybe you've heard someone talking about you, or maybe you've just heard someone talking about maybe that you were not included, and that kind of really gave you kind of the feeling that you're not feeling kind of not in the right place, and kind of really triggered you kind of the deeper emotions that maybe, for example, what you think of yourself, but also our emotions can sometimes, well, not sometimes, but obviously like with eating, and if our first initial response on our emotions is to eat food and to soothe ourselves, this is one of the biggest things that we really need to tackle on, and to get our toolbox out so that we can really get on top of those emotions, to kind of prevent that feeling of loss of control. So the next thing is really kind of lacking connection with yourself. So lack of self-care, not doing things that bring you joy, focusing on external achievements, maybe like praise. So kind of everything is outside of you. So you're kind of really focusing on everything that is around you to kind of create that feeling of connection and love and appreciation. But actually, how can we create that connection with ourselves? Is that we actually have that self-care, that we do prioritize to do things that make us happy. It doesn't matter how long it lasts, and that we actually give ourselves praise, which means that we need to start really being very loud with saying to ourselves, well done, I'm doing my best and I'm going to try better next time. And also it can be as well, the reason is like a lost momentum. Maybe you're not prepared, not organized, maybe like you just started doing like a lot of things that are kind of not out of your control, but for example, like maybe on work, on kids, on the family, and then you kind of completely forgot to actually focus on the food, maybe to organize food. So kind of if you're having food in a house, maybe that can be as well the reason. So if any of those things that you feel like it got triggered you, this is the thing that you always kind of go back. So when you understand what is actually that caused that you fall off the wagon, or that you make a mistake, or that maybe you're not doing as fast progress as you wanted to, this is kind of the main part where you kind of need to dig deeper why. But the most important thing is that what I want you to think about, what is the next step, is to really, so for example, if you're imagining you're walking down the road and you have completely lost maybe the focus on where you're heading, and maybe kind of you start looking out up in the sky, and you're watching something that's happening above you, and you actually don't even really look where you're going. And what basically happens, you didn't even see the rock on the path, and you stumbled and you fell over, and you maybe grazed your knee, and maybe your knee is bleeding. And kind of what is the first thing that you really kind of need to think about is, it's okay. It doesn't matter. You've just stumbled across the rock, or a challenge, or an obstacle. And all you need to do is kind of, again, get back your eyes onto the path where you're walking, stand up and crawl. This is the thing. It's kind of in your journey, your health and fitness journey, it all matters that you need to stand up every time you fall down. And this is the thing. It's, even though it hurts, emotionally, and maybe sometimes kind of like physically, I really want you to know this is the way forward. You stand up, you put your head in the direction where you're heading, and that is the only thing that matters. You just carry on walking. Next time is going to be better. Falling over is just another another learning obstacle. So the more we fall over, the more we become resilient to it. So let's see what we can do to, so what to do when you really fall off the wagon. Change the meaning of like falling off wagon or falling off the track. Change the meaning of that. Change it's, I've made a mistake, and I'm learning, I'm doing my best. So use a different word to describe the experience. So find something that brings you less emotional intensity to it, so that it can be let's say you feel like you've got completely off track, and you say, I'm just learning. I am just doing my best. It didn't work this time, and I am going back on track. I really feel like it's really important for you to pause and give yourself a day or two to get back to, doing really things that fill you up from deep inside. So that's doing something for yourself, getting back into the routine, having peace and quiet for yourself if possible. If that means that maybe you can kind of, wake up a little bit earlier, or I never recommend staying up late, because for me personally, I think it always has a side effect on the next day. But write it down, jot it down. What is exactly where you want to do, or how do you want to feel each day? And now I'm going to say absolutely avoid phone time and news. So if you're having a Facebook, I've deleted now Facebook and Instagram, and I just feel like it just sucks me in, and almost kind of like, even though I'm really trying my hardest to control, I'm just going towards it so much time, and there's always something that really triggers me. So I really want you to know, detox completely from phone. And if you need to check something, check on the laptop, but learn to understand from where the kind of distraction is coming from. So I really think that maybe like listen to some really inspirational audiobook, or exercise, meditate. That's always but kind of one of the biggest things that can when fall off the track is go back to your why. Why do you want to change? Why do you want to lose weight and feel better? What is that you want to feel like in 3, 6, 12 months? Is that you want to feel fitter so you can run around with your children? Is that with, that you put the clothes on you, and the clothes is just looking so amazing on you? Is that being full of energy to kind of never feel tired, so that you are like vibrant and, just feeling buzzing? And you basically just go back on track. So kind of when you're looking kind of all of this, I think it's kind of really important to kind of just know that you kind of need time to just kind of gather back control, and that is why you're doing this, to kind of get yourself organized. So it doesn't have to be something that you need to do it immediately, or like starting from tomorrow. Is always, okay, I know what I need to do, but I need to feel emotionally charged in a positive way for me to be able to move forward in the kind of like steadily and in strong steps. And also, if you obviously want to talk to me, I'm always here. So just give me a shout. But the way forward, you just stand up, observe what you feel and what you need. If you have unmet needs with people that are surrounding you, maybe it's time to have a difficult conversations, that you just express yourself. Is that to set the boundaries? Is that to start prioritizing your time? Is that more to say no to things that that you don't want to do, and things that don't serve you? Don't be afraid to do what it needs to be done for you to have more peace and more connection with yourself. Anyway, have a great Friday. It's Easter on Sunday. Have a great Easter. My main advice for you is to enjoy it, because after Easter is another Monday. And let's see how it all goes. Anyway, so I'm sending you lots of love, and I will speak to you really soon. Give me a shout, post in the comments below. What do you think about it? Is there something that you do? And give me some input. So I'm really, really looking forward to hear from you. So I'll see you soon, and have a great weekend. Bye-bye.